I'm out here doing some pre-trip maintenance on our 2018 3400 RS Alpine. I'm getting ready to go on a 1400 mile round trip, and I always like to make sure that the wet bolts are indeed wet. I haven't cleaned this up yet, but making sure I've got grease on all of the suspension bolts. And you'll see one right here, I've had to pull this one out. I couldn't get these back to take any grease. Everything else did take grease, so that requires a little further investigation. And I use a high pressure DeWalt grease gun, and if that doesn't push the grease through, then it isn't going to go through. Anyways, pulled the bolt out, supported the axle with a floor jack. If you get it just right, with just a little bit of pressure off of the or a little bit of pressure on the leaf springs, actually, because it's hanging down without the wheel, of course, but just a little bit of upward pressure. And if you're real careful and you've done this a few times like I have, you can get that bolt to come out without even losing alignment, which is excellent. So you should be able to slide it back in pretty easy. Here's the bolt in question. A little hard to see, it's getting late here. Let me see if I can get a better shot at that. There we go. Anyways, it's pretty chewed up. I do have replacement bolts in my kit, so this one's getting replaced, but I wanted to show you the importance of keeping grease on it. Even I'm pretty good about it. I keep the grease on it year round, but you can't really see in the picture, but if you run your finger across this, it's actually got almost a little divot in the bolt right here, where it's just been worn away. And that just gives you some kind of idea of how much strain, literally the camper, your entire weight is riding on this set of bolts. That's why if you have wet bolts, you need to keep them greased. Interestingly, I don't know if they've done this with all years, but this was a 2018, and it originally came with wet bolts and nylon bushings. And if you know anything about the nylon bushings, it says right on the nylon bushings, do not use grease. So I don't know why they ever put these two together. I don't have any nylon bushings left anymore. Long ago, I replaced those with brass or bronze. So all the bushings inside here are bronze. So they're made to work with grease. So anyways, that's the deal. I'm going to replace this. That's the little hole right there, by the way, if you've never seen one of these in the wild. So the grease goes through the Zerk fitting at the end, and there's just one little hole here in the center. And what happens a lot of times is this hole gets gunked up. Especially if you don't grease it often, the grease will dry and form a plug right there. And even with a pretty stout electric grease gun, it will resist it. But you can kind of see in the light here the wearing on the bolt, and especially right here, you can see where my thumbnail is. There's a noticeable spot there. It's wear and tear. I got a lot of miles on this camper. We lost a leaf spring last year on the road. We were able to fix that with the kits that the parts I carry. Like to be self-sufficient whenever possible, but anyways, keep these things greased. Really important. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of grease up there. I'll clean that out. I pushed a little bit extra out on that one, but that's the one that wouldn't take grease now, and I've got grease coming out the other side. I replaced the bolt, but that's what you're looking for. And just come on behind it and clean it up. A few other parts of your suspension to take a look at while you're down underneath here. It's getting dark, so I'm using a flashlight. These are the spring hangers that you may have heard about. You're going to have 6 spring hangers, 3 on each side. So their job is to connect the leaf spring to the bottom of the frame. They're welded typically. Mine has this little extra support up here on top of the I-beam. But these are really important. These will typically crack or break if you do a lot of extreme backing with like 90-degree type angles. That puts a lot of side force on these parts of the suspension right here. If that cracks or breaks on you and you're on the road, you're down for a while, unless you have some way to weld it yourself. It's a pretty big deal. So whenever I have the wheels off, I get underneath, I look with a flashlight. Usually I run a little brush across here just to clean it up, so I can really take a look, try to catch anything before it were to happen. That's your center leaf spring, and then in the back you've got that third one. So it connects all this together. Same on the other side. So if you have the wheel off, and really if you own one of these and you're able, I know not everybody is able, but if you're able, you really should pull the wheels off of this rig a couple times a year. Just take a look, even if you're not going to do much to it. I mean, the next thing I do soon will be to pull the hubs off inspect, repack the bearings by hand. Never, ever, ever. I never use the Zerk fitting on that. I know people have their own feelings on it. I definitely do not use that. You just can't unlimitedly pump grease into a confined space. It's going to come out the other side, and that's exactly what happens. It'll blow the grease seal out on the back side of this, and you won't really know it until you realize one day that you have no brakes whatsoever. Had that happen to me years ago. I had three other brakes working, but I had a wheel that was just, the entire brake surface was covered with grease because the inside grease seal blew because I was using this. And I don't use them on my boats, trailers. I don't use them on the trailers, and I've never had an inside seal break again. So say what you want, but I stay away from these. Hand do it and that way I also have my hands on it. I take a look at it, make sure that the bearings, the races, everything looks good. I just don't like hassles on the side of the road. So wherever I can do to prevent that, I'm going to. But yeah, definitely take a look. Take a look at your springs, make sure they still look good. They're not flat. They still have a good arch in them like these do. Just a tremendous amount of strain and load on this stuff when you're going down the road. So if you're able, and I realize not everybody is, but if you're able to get underneath here a couple times a year, you will do yourself a favor in not only in your pocketbook, but it could prevent a trip from being completely ruined. It's just no fun. So a little preventive maintenance goes a long way. Stay safe.